Testing. Oh, I think it's asking.
Yeah, we're about to get groovy now.
Test.
Rolling.
Man, I don't know how it looks.
Rolling.
And we rolling. Yeah, thank you very much.
So we're starting already?
Oh,
I'm gonna wait till
radio
Solo comes
voice.
back in.
He got the radio voice.
You was not supposed to notice that. It's a little bass in it. A little bit.
Michael,
wait.
like I know you.
Wait, you
like,
put bass in your voice?
What? No.
What the fuck?
This is my regular voice.
that is
not your
his
voice.
regular voice.
This
like,
is how I talk to the whole world.
This is the regular voice.
You know when guys
What are you trying to prove? Like,
you know when guys try to like get sexy with a girl, they but then yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like,
ew, I don't like that.
You're not.
God. Whoa.
Now I know. Shit, I've been doing that for years.
Please don't.
It depends. Like, if you do it that way, no. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
That's
just.
terrible.
I didn't do a cue. I'm not gonna.
Wait, what's your, like,
now
what's
you put
your-
me on the spot.
Wait,
and I
what's
gotta
your,
do a cue
Freddie,
now.
what's your hidden line? Like, hey, baby, how are you?
No.
No,
I
he's
don't
not
got
like
no
that.
game.
He's
He doesn't like that?
He's like a cool, casual, like
Hey, how would you
snatch you while you're not looking.
Yeah, I'll let you fall on my lap. Like I don't like to spit game. I got no game. Like I got no game.
He just said that you fall in my lap.
Yeah, just be like, just chill. I like you're my friend. Like everyday girl. Like you're one of the guys. The next thing you know, you're like, you know what? And then they always do this. I always felt the way about you, and
I
this
think
is
I'm falling for you.
yeah. Blah, blah, blah.
I don't
Like,
see- I see
and I'll be
more-
like,
I see
really?
him more like
Oh,
a
word?
friend. I see more than a friend.
Yeah, yeah. And then it always happens that way.
Mira.
Congratulations.
Oh man, are we recording? Hey, Cam, are we recording? Are we good on both cams? Call Solo in here. We good? We good to go?
Solo. I like that. Solo.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the High Hanging Fruit Podcast. Is that what we're going with? No.
Sounds good to me. I
Yeah,
like
I
it.
kinda
What do you think?
Jose buen provecho.
No, I can't.
I feel like we should do a poll.
Yeah.
because buen provecho. Oh, I said it.
Oh, you
There
said it
you
correctly.
go.
Yeah. So
There you go.
So ladies and gentlemen, we got buen provecho, and then we have High Hanging
High-hanging
Fruit
fruit.
podcast. So
High hanging fruit.
we're gonna leave it up to you guys to figure out what our name is going to be.
High-hanging HH. What will be the acronyms?
Let us know.
So it'll be like
HHF.
HHF.
the HHF podcast, or it could be like
BP.
I kind of like the HHF, but probably like hanging
Yeah.
fruits.
or it could be buen provecho because we're
Hispanic.
giving you knowledge. We're feeding you knowledge that you need to be fed.
Bon appetit.
Yeah, because
For those
in
that don't know,
English it's
yeah.
bon appetit. So we're like, we're
Yeah.
not a
I
cooking
kind of like that.
podcast, so you
Yeah, I
can't.
do kind of like that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
coming to me like in a way.
yeah. So we're gonna let you guys decide.
Yeah.
Buen provecho or High Hanging Fruit podcast.
High hanging fruit.
High hanging fruit.
I don't know.
We gotta
Figure it out.
figure it out as we go.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Freddie on Focus.
The Sunny.
Jennifer Lynn.
We're here. This is the new podcast. This has been in talks for like what, 2-3 weeks?
Longer.
Longer.
Well,
Yeah.
me and Jennifer.
Individuals.
Yeah,
On
me
and
Jennifer
off.
was like months ago.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah, it's been in talks like in and out.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I can't find a team that is actually dedicated to doing this for real. So I was like, I kept putting it off. It's always just been like something that we all do, procrastinate and just talk about stuff. Finally, we sitting here and then making it happen, and that's the important thing about it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're here. We're here. We're here to
Excited.
give you knowledge, feed you good things.
Ready.
This is different from the other ratchet podcasts I got going on.
What?
Okay. We're the censored, the clean,
Yeah.
the sane, and
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
sanctified.
We don't want it to be after school special though, so we gotta, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying. But it's gonna be fun.
A little bit of everything, I feel like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
definitely.
whatever makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Awkward silence.
No awkward silence.
Well, you're kind of you're experiencing this, so
Yeah,
new.
they're waiting
Gotta-
they're waiting for my lead.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We are going to discuss my thing that's been annoying me the most is like popular words, trigger words. People have been using, we're going to start off with, I even hate saying the word, narcissist.
Probably because he's been called narcissist once or twice.
I'm not a
Oh,
narcissist.
I didn't realize that. They really did call you a narcissist?
No. Oh, actually, yeah,
Really?
not a lot of times, but once or twice.
I don't catch.
Everybody has a little bit of narcissism, but that's the problem. I don't feel like I'm a narcissist because I actually do care
a
about people's
full
feelings.
narcissist, you know?
Yeah, but just probably a little bit. So everybody has a little bit of it in them. But as far as me, I don't feel like I'm a narcissist. So I have to bring this to the table. I feel like a lot of people aren't using the word correctly.
Yeah.
They just use it because it's the popular word of the week. So we're gonna talk about. I'm gonna just say it. I don't even know what it really means.
I agree. I feel like the word narcissist wasn't really something that you heard all the time. Like it just became like something that was everywhere in the past few years.
It's like in the wink. What is it? Is it Wikipedia or I know it's a website that shows this word was popular, became popular, and it shows like a peak. It shows like a meter.
It's Google. Is
Yeah.
it Google?
Oh, I don't know. It's one of the websites. I remember seeing like a meter showing this word was popular around this time, and it shows like a meter going up.
I mean, the thing is like, I feel like people just use it loosely. Like they heard the word, they heard the characteristics, and they're like, oh, I know a person just like that. Now all of a sudden everybody's a narcissist. But really, it's a personality disorder, and that should be left for medical professionals to diagnose a person, not just for me and you to be like, hey, I know my uncle's a narcissist, my ex was a narcissist. You know, we don't know that. I can't diagnose anybody. Can you?
So no, yeah.
And you have to experience it with the person. Like if you've actually experienced being with a narcissist. Like, fortunately, my ex-husband was a narcissist. To say that, but probably cut that off. But I knew someone that was cut that off. I actually lived with a person and still, have to deal with the person. But it was a lot where you read about narcissists and you're like, oh yeah, that is. But then it's like it's further than that because if you read more about narcissists, it's pretty damaging to the other person. Because they make you feel like you are doing everything wrong. Like they'll turn something where it's positive to something that's negative. So like, for example, like if I'm like, I would, clean up or something, I may have not cleaned properly or whatever, or I didn't do it right. Make me feel like I was the worst mom in the world, or I wasn't the perfect wife, or, like I wasn't doing it correctly. And then it will make me feel super insecure to myself, like I'm not good at anything.
Is that considered a narcissist?
So I feel like everybody has, like you said earlier, everybody kind of has narcissistic character traits. But to be like a narcissist, one, you have to be diagnosed. Two, you have to meet all of the boxes, not just a few.
No, it's a lot.
Yeah. So I mean, I feel like we could all like agree that we know somebody that's like that person is hands down a narcissist, like, or they're showing like signs that that's what they are.
You
but
literally have a conversation with this person, and then literally, like, it could be everything is they're not wrong. Nothing, anything. You can't have a conversation.
But that could also be a person who is self-righteous, who is egotistical.
But
those are character traits. Yeah. So, but any person that you see a really confident person in the room that might not rub you the right way, you might think like, oh my God, I don't really like that person. He must be a narcissist. Or, like, I don't know. Like I feel like that's why that word could be triggering for somebody, because it's like it's thrown out too loosely.
I think like if I was like to see someone that's really confident, like you said, I wouldn't, and I don't like them, or they just, like you said, didn't rub me. I wouldn't automatically be like, oh yeah, he's a narcissist. I think you would have to like really like be with that person, like, surround yourself. And then I don't know, because it's, I guess, I don't know how you say it, like a lot of people be like, oh yeah, you're this and you're that, but then people are always getting like, you're a hoe, you're this, or you don't do this, but you don't know me, you just met me. So like from me, just meeting the person, I'm not gonna say, oh, definitely a narcissist. Like I think you have to have lived with the person, and know the person to like, from what I read about narcissists, like I know a few because I've lived with them, they've been part of my life. But I'm not, again, like you said, I'm not a doctor. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're a narcissist. This is what you are. This is what you do. This is what. But they won't recognize that, even if you like mention it, and you said like, they get triggered from that.
Yeah. So you basically need a checkbook, like, oh, you did this the other day, that, this.
Oh,
this.
like so. Oh, you're self-righteous. Okay, you putting my experiences down. The gaslighting. Yeah, that's like a big one. What else? What is what is a narcissist? What do we know as a narcissist? Like I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like
It's just basically, from what I know, it's basically a person that just doesn't care about your feelings. Doesn't care.
No lack of empathy.
No lack of empathy. They don't care. It's just all about them. That's what I get
Everything is about that.
It's about them.
If you're not giving them the attention that they need or like the emotional support, they assume like, okay, it's your fault. Like everything's your fault.
I don't know. I feel like,
and that's really damaging to a person, like mentally. Like, yeah.
You know what gets
for empath, it's very damaging.
Yeah,
because they feel it more. They well, if you
see,
because
like
people that are very empathetic, like you tend to put yourself last. You're a giver. You you're a people pleaser, basically. So when you have somebody who's not really satisfied or pleased with anything that you do, and is like taking what you're giving them like for granted, you're like, oh, why can't I please this person? Maybe then
that's not your person.
Empath.
So that's an empath? I thought empath was like you feel someone else's emotions.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Basically, yeah. But I mean,
is that like a people pleaser too?
Yeah, kind of. Because I mean, when you're a people pleaser, you're like, you're trying to satisfy the other person. You're more in tune with your feelings, what you would want. So you are probably like speculating like, oh, well, if I was this person, I would appreciate this. I would be happy with this. And then you get upset that they're not. So it's just somebody that's in tune with their emotions. I feel like I could be empathic.
Yeah, I feel like an empath is just somebody that just feels for feelings. You could be in the room and I feel your mood and I'd be like, yo, now I'm feeling what you're feeling.
Yeah.
So I feel, and that type of person would be the opposite of a narcissist, in other words.
That's not in touch with their emotions, not in touch with how anybody else is feeling. Like,
yeah. So and you also mentioned something about mental, being like narcissists getting into your mind mentally.
Yeah.
That goes into, I think the gaslighting of a narcissist actually is what gets us with our mental thinking, like, am I going crazy? And that's
they make us feel like we're going crazy or like we're not shit.
Yeah,
like we're like, what the hell?
Exactly. And that goes into my second trigger word lately. It's been gaslighting.
I didn't. You know what's funny? I didn't even know what gaslighting was, and my daughter used it. She said, like, "Mom, you're gaslighting me." I'm like, "What?" I'm thinking like At first, I thought it was like, "What are you saying? Like I'm being fake?" Like that's what I actually thought it was. And because it's like you don't hear these words nowadays. Like, like back then, like nobody said like, "Oh, you're this, you're that." It's just social media, and it's like this is what they're telling you to use, so this is what they're saying like you are, and it's not. It's like I was kind of like downplaying something to her, and I didn't realize I was doing that. And then she said I was gaslighting her, and I was like, what? I was like, I was just making her realize like she'll get into something and then she doesn't, fully finish it. And so I was trying to explain that to her, but I guess the way I was explaining it to her, or telling her like, showing her like what's the pros and cons, she didn't like it, but I guess I didn't explain it right. So then she said I was gaslighting. So that's like another
it's just people use it too loosely.
Yeah.
From what I gathered, gaslighting is someone that basically tries to make you feel crazy. Like, the truth, it's obvious, and then they'll tell you things to manipulate you to think like, wait a minute, maybe this person is
to put like a spin on reality. Like, and then you start questioning like, wait, did I actually like experience that right? Did that really happen? Or am I like tripping? Am I going crazy?
Because they you try to have a conversation about your feelings, like how you're feeling with your partner or anyone, and they're like, no, you're feeling that way. That's on you. It's not. Why are you bringing it up? And you're like, am I making a big deal about it? Then it does make you feel like you question yourself. But that's like a thing too. Like I don't ever use like, oh, that's gaslighting. I'm just like, man, she made me feel bad. Like, like, or maybe you think something,
Yeah.
It's like you find you say you find a condom in your man's fucking bathroom. Excuse me, my language. You find a condom and he's
like,
"You're
going with it?"
He's like,
know,
no,
right?
but he's like, oh, you're crazy. Like he tries to.
Like
it's obvious.
that wasn't mine. No, yeah,
that's my friend. He told me to hold it for him.
And now you don't trust me. Now you don't trust me. Now you think I'm out here. Like,
why you bring it up?
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Like, how dare you question me about that? I would never.
Or like when someone's being like kind of passive aggressive, and then you kind of point it out like, oh, you good? You all right? And they'll be like, no, you're crazy. I'm talking normal. This is the way I talk. Would that be considered gaslighting too? And they'll be like, you're crazy. I was talking normal.
How is that? Is that gaslighting?
I don't know. Is that gaslighting people? I don't know.
Like if you're talking loud, like or you're trying to explain something.
Say like someone has a little attitude and you point them out for it and you be like, yeah, why you talking to me like that? And they be like, what are you talking about? I'm talking normal. No.
I don't know.
No,
It has to be more. It has to be more to it.
Yeah, I don't think it would.
The difference between gaslighting and constructive criticism.
Oh, that's a good one.
Gaslighting and construction, because that's two different opposite things.
I guess gaslighting is like you're more trying to manipulate the person to make them feel bad about themselves and like making them question themselves.
Yeah.
And criticism is, there's just, letting you know like, hey, you're doing this wrong. It's like at work. So you get, hey, why don't we do this? Try this. Because you're, just, I guess it's how you deliver it to.
Yeah.
It's a big thing. My issue, I know for a fact, when it comes to my kids, is like the way I try to deliver things or messages I'm trying to explain to them, and it comes off gaslighting, I guess, or kind of, it's
like when your parents, when you were little, when you come at them, you'd be like, yo, I remember when you did this to me when I was a kid. I was a little abusive. They'd be like, what are you talking about? Yes. I never did that. Are you crazy? I never did anything like that to you before.
All the time.
That's gaslighting because you're like, I clearly remember that shit.
I used to be called a drama queen all the time, and I'm like, what? Like, I'm the most like chill. Like, I don't know. I feel like I don't really have a lot of crazy reactions, but when something bothers me, I'm gonna speak on it.
You really don't. You're like really quiet.
I've always been like that. Yeah. Like I don't mess with nobody. I don't know. I kind of like stay in my lane. I don't like to be bothered. But when I am bothered, I'm gonna let you know about it. Oh, yeah. That's not dramatic.
No, it's
not dramatic.
Is that considered gaslighting? I don't know. I think I gotta do my research. That if they kind of play it down, that's kind of considered gaslighting.
Kind of, because like they're manipulating your reality or your experiences. They're downplaying, how you actually felt.
Yeah.
But that could also be like emotional intelligence that they're lacking.
That's like a lot of Hispanic and like Black community. Like we like to like toughen up our children. We're like, you soft. Like stop being so dramatic.
We all need to be in therapy.
Seriously, no, because they're like, you ask a question, like you want to know, like, oh, why? And they're like, no, because I said so. But why is this like this? Because I said so. Like, what? What are you wrong? Like, what the hell? Like, so we had to learn in the streets.
Or my favorite. Stop crying before I give you something to cry about.
Yes.
Like, damn.
Why you crying? But the thing is, I caught myself doing that with my kids when they were younger. Because I'll be like, stop running. And they don't listen. They like, start running, start crying. Like, see, this is what happens. Like, you're like trying to toughen them up. But it's like, it's now that my kids are older that I'm able to emotionally like sit down and talk to them. But it's still hard for me because I didn't have that growing up. So for me, this is therapy. This will be therapy because I'm learning how to communicate my feelings to my kids and to other people. Because before I didn't know how to. Yeah, it was just like I cut them off, or like I blocked them, or just stopped talking to them, or like it would be an argument, turn into like physical fight. Like and that's damaging to like anyone. You know what I'm saying? Like especially to like your like mental health, because it took a toll on me. I didn't know how to express myself, like my emotions to my friends. Yeah. It took me a long time. And I think I finally feel like I have that little bit of a step forward where I'm able to like talk to like with Jenny. Like I think you helped me out a lot because when you speak sometimes you're like, oh, that's the feeling. That's how you like describe this certain feeling and things like that. But I think it's just like being able to deliver it. Like that's like, I think it's just delivery. So it may come off with other people like, oh, you're gaslighting, or you're being a narcissist, or you're being this.
I think it go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's just what it is, because we didn't have that upbringing as like our other classmates. I'm saying like the other side, but I'm like the other side. But they had like their parents always sat down and talked to them. Who talked to us? The counselors. It's like, what's going on? Why are you crying? Oh,
and I don't know. You grew up where you grew up in?
Sleepy Hollow, New York.
Okay, so I grew up in the Bronx. So our counselors weren't really.
No, they're not gonna like.
Yeah, they didn't care. Like I think I saw my counselor like maybe one time, maybe 1.5 times, or even when I moved down to Florida, when I moved to the suburbs, my counselor, I think I saw her like once a year. Our counselors don't really care like that, like to where they can counsel you and. You know what I'm saying?
So like a lot of like our childhood is like pretty much lost because our parents wouldn't talk to us. My dad was always working like 2-3 times, 3 jobs. I didn't see him hardly. And he was always like my hero. He wasn't even around because he wasn't one punishing me or like trying to like, discipline me or just have conversations. So I think that has a lot to do with a lot of the, I can't even speak,
like how you show up in relationships, like how it alters the way you like react or interact with people. Correct, basically.
Yeah. Because before I would just be quiet, not quiet, but I would just like won't get involved. Like I wouldn't take the time to really be your friend. It would just be like a surface friendship. Like you would never know if, let's say, I only had like a penny in my account, and you would never know if I'm like, if anything like was like really deep, like you want to hide in the closet or anything, I would never show. Yeah. And I was like with Jen, when I first met Jenny, I was like that. I, like there's a lot of things I didn't share to a point where it's like, it was just surface. But then you can feel the other person knowing that it's all surface friendship. Like it's like it's not like a real friendship.
It's kind of good to be like that at first, especially nowadays. People know how to take advantage of people and stuff like that. And
like, you gotta guard yourself.
You gotta guard yourself nowadays. I know, like, cause I'm a very nice guy. I let things pass and pass and pass and pass. I'll let you do something to me 10 times, but when I had it, like you'll see it, it's like rage. Like, yo, you playing me now. Like that's what
that's where the line, like that's where we're drawing the line.
Yeah, I'm a Taurus, so I take so much, and after a while, it's just like, it's rage time, and that's when I explode and get out of control. Though it's like it gets a little crazy, and I learned actually how to chill with that too.
Yeah. But I want to take it back to who called you a narcissist. I want to know this story.
The person that used it.
Name dropping now.
Yeah. No name dropping.
No, the person that used it.
Jan Doe?
Yeah, she didn't. She
Jan or Jane Doe?
That's the reason. That's what reason I brought her to the podcast is because she didn't use it properly. I'm like, do you know what a narcissist is?
Oh, you questioned her.
Yeah, I was like, you calling me that and you don't know what it means. So what do you know what it means? And of course, she didn't answer my question. She just.
I want to know though. What was?
Yeah,
but
what's
okay.
I'm not name dropping.
Why?
No, not
Jane
who.
Doe.
I don't even know.
What was it? I can't even remember because it was something so small. What was it?
What was it?
I really wish I knew what it was. Yeah.
Did you like?
And I have memory of an elephant.
Did you guys hook up and never called her back or something?
No, I don't do things like that. I never do things like that.
Never did?
No.
Never?
No. That's not my type. That's not my thing. Like,
that's not your style?
That's not my style. Like, if I feel like you're not for me, I'll kind of like let you kind of like get away from me in a certain way. You'll get like the hint. I'm not mean. I don't like to be mean. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'll keep my distance a little bit. I'll still be your friend. I'll still talk to you like normal, like if nothing happened. And I'll kind of put you in a friend zone in a way.
Without them knowing?
Without them knowing. I do it really slowly to the point where they kind of.
Just you. All guys do that.
I can't say I experienced that because I think I've been in long relationships my entire life, but yeah, no.
Well, that's true. We're like, I'm like, Jenny, what?
We'll cut that out too.
I don't like my style. I don't like to have enemies out there. Like, I don't like somebody out there talking about me crazy. I already have my ex probably out there talking about me nuts because I was a kid. I was 19, 20 out there wilding. So
maybe she forgot about you.
Yeah, she probably did. But that was like 15 years ago. But like she probably, she probably doesn't even talk about me. But I just don't like people out there talking about me in that way.
Does that bother you a lot? Like negative talks?
Yeah,
or like
I don't like nobody talking about me negative. I like to be nice to everybody.
I mean, who does though? Like nobody wants to hear their name being.
But
dragged
at the same time, it's not hard for me to be nice and cool to people. But at the same time, if you try me though, and I see that you're not good for me, then I'm gonna let you know, and I don't care what you think about me at the end of the day. And I'll act like you don't even exist, like you're not even here anymore.
I kind of feel like I can be like that, but not as mean though.
You consider that mean?
I mean,
as some people think they consider that like as like, oh, you're being distant, or you don't like.
I've heard that before.
I feel like I've had it. Well, I feel some type of way. You know how you're like treating me lately. It's like nothing. It's not. It's just me. Like I need my space, like my energy. Space, It's like an energy. Like you kind of like I need like my space to kind of just give myself a break.
That's kind of how I'm more like creating. Like if I can't have nothing that gives me anxiety. I have to have a clear mind for the time, especially even coming here to record. I need that day to be me. Just let me think of the podcast. Let me think of what I'm going to say. If you come and with negativity and mess me up, it fogs up my brain. I'll come to the podcast. I'll be a mess.
Yeah.
Like it'll get to a point where I'll be like, guys, I'm gonna have to cancel today. I will tell you.
You're definitely like that. You wear your emotions on your sleeve, like on your face. Like there's no hiding it for you.
Yeah. So So that's so.
Yes, I'm the same way. Like I carry my emotions on my face. Like you can tell if I'm upset, like right away, and I've learned how to like navigate that, or to like I try not to like let it affect the other person, because you do feel that does rub off on you.
You care.
I do.
You're an empath. You care what other people.
With certain people, if I really want to see the person, I'm like, okay, let me get my ish together.
Sometimes it's good to be a little bit selfish and think about yourself and just not care what the other person thinks.
I tend to care about what people think, but I don't know. I feel like
it's healthy to be a narcissist a little bit.
I used to, but
it's a protection, basically. Honestly, I feel like all of our personalities, like anybody in this world, we're all just a collection of our experiences, our like trauma responses, or just anything. Like we are products of our environment, like so
we just gotta learn how to tweak it.
Yeah.
And then hopefully when we have kids, we pass down a better version of ourselves.
Yep.
And that's what I learned, because I have a son, and I'm like, I'm gonna make sure this kid is like a better version of me. Before, I wasn't very in tune with my feelings like that, and I didn't care what other people like was feeling because I used to be very cutthroat with my mouth. I used to say crazy stuff. Remember how I said that rage that I had before?
Yeah.
That I get when I get really pissed? I used to say really cutthroat shit. Like I used to go past the line. Like it was crazy. I would say, because you got me mad and you have me feeling this pain and anxiety right now, I'm going to say something so you could feel how I'm feeling.
Right.
So you could feel something. I might feel angry. I'm gonna make you feel. Not hurt them.
Not hurt them.
I feel.
Jenny said, "Yeah." She said,
I didn't say anything. I just stay quiet.
You nod your head. You're like,
I just stay quiet.
I feel angry. So I'm gonna make you feel like super, super sad right now. That's how I used to be, and then I learned how to be like, whoa, calm it down.
Yeah.
Bring it. And now, actually, I talk my feelings now. I don't wait till the last minute to blow up and have that rage. I let it know.
See, but that's healthy though. Like, so you've worked on your communication skills. Like you've learned to basically, and instead of reacting, you take time to like, let things
to recognize your feelings. It's just like I used to be like that too. It was just like it was like a short fuse, and or you could just be not doing anything, just annoying the shit out of me. And I was just yell like, "Oh, shut up! Like, be quiet! Like, why are you talking?" Like, it was just like a really bad. Mean. No, I know. I used to be really mean, like super mean. Like my brother-in-law, like we were having a conversation like last month, talk about like, oh, remember we all lived together, just making jokes, and then how like little incidents happen, and I'm like, yeah, I used to run and tell your mom everything, like just, and then he's like, yeah, but then you were a bitch when like, I'm like, what? I'm like, calling me a bitch, and then I'm like, you know what? You're right. I was really hard to like deal with, because I would just be like, just very, I wouldn't like, I would get upset and then won't say good morning or anything, but I would be rude, and it was just like, I was a really mean person. Like I could be mean sometimes, but it's just, I noticed I had to like consider other people's feelings, because then I'll be like, I don't want to be treated like that, and I was treated like that, so it's kind of like reverse, I guess. Like once you get treated like the way you treat other people, it sucks, and I realized that, and I was like, you know what? And I know that was another reason why I was like losing a lot of friends. Not like bad. It's just that they didn't want to be around my meanness, or just because I would have a friend that'll bring a new friend around. And I used to hate it, because I'd be like, who the hell's this? Like and I'll say it like, who's this?
So he has some narcissistic character traits.
I guess so. Yeah, but Gemini. I had to like.
Geminis are fucking. Geminis are horrible.
I'm not horrible. Different Geminis. I could have. Yeah.
Gemini.
I was horrible. I'm not gonna lie.
Gemini are men. I'm cool around them. Gemini women, I have a bad. There's something to me and Gemini women.
I have a short fuse. Like okay, so with my kids, my daughter be like, "Oh my God, what's wrong with you?" Like I'll yell because I'll get upset. I'm like, I have OCD. So if I say something like once, if I say it, I have to say it again, then I'll snap and I'll like catch an attitude. Or, like I try not to curse anymore, but it's like, why, like I just like snap. And that was the same way with my ex. Like I would just be like, "Yo, why the hell?" And
So something built up, and then you rage, kind of like
and that's because we didn't know how to use.
And they'd be like, "You're bipolar." Oh my God, Gemini. Like, I get it. But
it was because we didn't know how to communicate. I don't know, but
that's the thing. You take two unhealed people that don't know how to communicate, that don't know how to. Like you just, I don't know, your reactions. You don't know how to rationalize quickly.
We don't.
That's.
I keep bringing signs up and like horoscopes.
I don't.
You don't believe in
I don't
it.
follow that. Yeah, because not everyone's the same. You know what I mean? Oh, you're such a Gemini. Why are you saying I'm a Gemini? Because I'm a Gemini. Oh, because But it's like sometimes like if I'm just like in a bad mood, I'm just in a bad mood and I don't want to talk. So that's gonna make me like bipolar.
Jenny, what are you?
A Sagittarius. Okay. I feel like I have some personality traits that line up with what my sign makes me out to be. But then again, like I have a cousin who on my dad's side who's literally 1 day younger than me. And I mean, I wouldn't say that we're like totally.
He's a complete opposite.
Twins. We're not like we're not opposites. We get along just fine, but I wouldn't say that we're like I don't know, one and the same.
Yeah, because my daughter's a Pisces, and then my cousin and then my sister-in-law, they're Pisces too, and they're like always outgoing, outspoken. My daughter's like introvert and lives in the video game world. She doesn't like to speak. She's not very outgoing. So it's like
Pisces are very outgoing too.
So she's like maybe she's out within her video games and things like that.
That's what I'm saying. We all like
everybody's different.
Everybody's an individual. That's
product of the environment.
But she's not like one to like, hey, hi, like how's it going? No. Yeah. Like you have to like really like.
That's what I'm saying. It's always a hit and miss with that.
That is the case. They say Sagittarius are mutable and we get along with everybody.
What do they say the bad things though? What's the bad things about a Sagittarius?
We have commitment issues.
You do. No, I'm just saying because of you. But I dated 3 Sagittarius and oh my gosh, it's like, yo, make up your mind. Like you want to be in this relationship or not?
I don't know if it's that. For me, maybe, I mean, again, individuals. I can't speak on others. But as far as I wouldn't say like commitment issues for relationships, but I do say I get bored quickly with things. And if it's not like igniting like a passion or interest in me, I'm off of it quickly. I'm like, okay, what's the next thing?
I heard my experience with Sagittarius, different levels of self-entitlement, like entitled. They feel entitled to stuff.
Do you think I'm entitled?
A little bit. I know a family member that has a certain level. That's also a Sagittarius that has a certain level of its extreme self-entitlement, but you have it to a littler. But you could say that about anybody.
I don't know that it's self-entitled, but I'm just very candid. I'm very blunt. I feel like I'm honest. Yeah, you are very honest. And that's it. Like I'm just gonna be clear with my expectations. I
never got that her being
entitled. No,
because she's like been privileged. You had things that like damn, like I wish I had.
Hang out with her a little bit longer.
No, like I was like damn, like I was
the
like
luck rubs off.
Like, I'm like,
you'll see her every week on this podcast. You'll be like, I know what Freddie was talking about. It's not bad, but
I've been where like what she has things, and I'm like damn, like in a way it's not like like oh, I'm like a little bit envious and stuff like that because it's like damn, but she's never made me feel less. That to me, that's not like if I have a friend that's like feels she's entitled and she does make me feel, like less like that I haven't accomplished. That's what I'm saying. There's certain levels. I don't have a lot of. She's never made me feel that way because if she did, I wouldn't be friends with her. Yeah. Or I wouldn't be around. Now, it's like there's other people that have been around us. Not naming names, but I felt that way at times. But she's never made me feel that way. I feel like she's very confident, but humble at the same time. And then she's also, you can feel like she's been, very grateful for what she has.
That's the thing. That's like the key is appreciating what you have. And then you learn not to value material things. And also back to signs, like they say, the Sagittarius sign is like very lucky. Like luck favors us. Like I guess our planet is Jupiter. I read things.
I feel
so it's like the lucky planet, whatever the case is.
It's not. It's God.
Yes. Amen. Maybe. I feel like
you believe in numerology?
I know. Now you're going to
when
like
the stars
another
like 2 2s and the 4
like another like
4 and 6.
The angel numbers.
Angel numbers.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
No. But it's crazy. My parents do. Like if I have like, I had a dream about this. Mom was like, oh, that's number 16. You gotta play it. I'm like, what? Where are you getting numbers from dreams? And then they play the numbers, and then sometimes they win.
I feel like
crazy,
everybody's
but...
slightly superstitious, but I don't know.
Yeah, do not sweep my feet. If you're sweeping around me, if you sweep my feet, that's one superstitious. Like,
what are you sweeping? What does sweeping feet mean?
If somebody gets their feet swept, that they won't get married or something like that. Right?
Believe that?
There's that one. And
go to jail. Somebody said
go to jail. I heard that one, and then there's the American one I heard is that's the one I believe in is you sweeping money. You taking money out my hand. You take sweeping money out off my feet. The Spanish one I heard is that you're gonna end up sleeping and marrying an old lady.
What?
Okay, see now that's I've never heard that. I think I heard the one
if you sweep my feet.
I think I heard the one where you don't get married or something.
I heard of that one too, but I heard like 3 different versions.
I don't believe all of those. Like I used to kind of believe, but now I was like, no. Like now that I'm getting more like, in the Word of God and everything, I'm like, I don't believe in any of that. I think if it's destined for you, it's destined for you.
Right. Facts.
And if you're destined to be single, then that's because God
you're
has
trash,
you. Like he placed you. You're trash. I feel like he wants you to be like single so that you can focus more on him, and then like for you to spread the word.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Self-love.
And also spread. That's
we all have God in us.
Yeah, like what is like our purpose here on earth? You know what I mean? So like I stopped believing in a lot of those superstitions and stuff like that. It's like that's why like with zodiac signs, like, oh, you're a Gemini. I'm like, no, my name is Sunny. Like I live in Florida. Like what is like, nope, no, not Gemini. No, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I believe it to a certain extent. My only thing was people that are born in that month of it was April, May, I don't know. Anyways, but Geminis, but it's consistency. That's the only thing. Every Gemini I have ever.
You dated a lot of Geminis or something?
Yes, and it's always a consistency issue. Or
where did you make these Geminis at different levels? I don't know.
Along the way, but like they talked, and it's just like 1 minute they're like this, and next minute they switch up, and you're like, whoa, what happened? Why did you switch up that way? There was no reason to switch up that way.
Switch up like what? Like serial killer type switch? Or like what do you mean?
That too. There was just a different version of
I think they weren't who maybe they portrayed themselves
another
to
person,
be.
Yeah.
But maybe is it just that like that particular, or is like like maybe they were just trying to like please you for them to like like how do you say, what is it? When you're like dating someone and you want them to like you, so they're gonna do everything that you might like. So that you may date them further, but then they show their real selves. I'm just saying that because I'm not saying because I'm a Gemini.
No.
I did that a lot. Like every guy that I dated, that I would put them first, and then I would just like act and like dress like how I would think they would want me to look.
Yeah,
and
no, but honestly,
or maybe those people were like sick of me, and they were like, I'm switching up on him now.
I think
or they. I don't know.
Because if you're bringing,
let's ask them. Let's call some of them.
Geminis. Well, what's up with y'all? Y'all good in the head? Y'all all right?
We are good.
Oh, I forgot you were Gemini too.
I'm not talking about Geminis. I'm talking about the Geminis specifically, not just generally, not the general population.
You know me.
Well, let us know in the comments. What was wrong with me? Was it me or was it you?
It was probably you.
Yeah.
God.
Man.
I think, no, I don't know. Since we're talking about zodiacs and possible, like, I don't know what that makes you anyways. I feel like some Tauruses that I've met can give off the vibe of being semi-arrogant. So maybe that didn't mesh well with certain people. I don't know.
Probably. I was cocky at one point.
I don't know.
That was a stab at you though, because you become arrogant.
Like when we first met, and then we were talking about plans and like how excited you were. Like you were like, yeah, and he'll tell me like, oh, I did this, I've done this. Mm-hmm. It never came off as arrogant. So I didn't get that.
Like he said, just wait a little bit longer.
There's
gonna be like arrogance. I don't think it's arrogance like being proud of what you've accomplished. I mean, that's amazing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I like just keep but if somebody feels like it's like kind of arrogant or whatever, like maybe you took it wrong. I don't know. Like maybe you're wanting to be where he's at now.
Maybe Jenny's just hating.
Like, why would I be hating? And I got everything that I need in my life.
You see? She's a hater, bro.
I'm good.
I'm just assured.
I'm happy for you and whatever.
What?
No, just kidding.
Yeah, she's saying whatever. Like, it was like, I'm happy for you and whatever, but...
No. I'm joking.
Yeah. I want to say I'm arrogant. I could say I used to be very cocky.
Yeah.
I think there's a difference from being arrogant and being cocky. Before, I used to be super cocky. super, super cocky, especially when I was like super fit, like mad muscles and stuff. And I used to be like, I used to be.
Like,
he used to be like the type, like he would literally like just rip his shirt off randomly,
Yeah.
like
oh my gosh, so annoying.
do lion growl, like roars or whatever. Like I don't know, didn't you used to call yourself a lion or something like that?
I was corny.
Back in the day.
That sounds.
no.
Wait, hold on. So he's like walking down the street and just rips his shirt and like, rawr.
No,
I'll
I was like a douche. I would be walking around like I'll be that guy who always found a reason to take off his t-shirt. Always around with a tank top.
He showed all 24 teeth constantly.
Yeah, it was just like, trying to be too cute and just like ew, bro. Like no.
No, that's too much.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
But what made you like wake up from that? Like, what made you
just time?
Maturing,
well, I did get fat, like super fat. that
humbles everybody.
That humbles everybody. I gained like 108 pounds.
What made you gain weight? Like just something that.
It was a job. I used to work for NBC and for like 8 years.
Name dropping.
What? Oh, no.
It rhymes with ABC.
Well, I used to work for, and then it was good the first 5 years, and then the last 4 or 5 I worked there, it was like it's very stressful. They changed the director, and the rules changed, and they made me do more work for like kind of less pay. Mm-hmm. And then I literally gained 100 pounds, lost half of my eyebrow.
What?
Like literally, I got alopecia.
Oh,
I got alopecia. You got alopecia, you get
like
stressed from that.
Depressed.
So half of my eyebrow was missing. I got high blood pressure, gained 108 pounds. Like I got heavy, and also my relationship wasn't like how I wanted it to be. So I had a person in my house that was very toxic, and with that whole mashup and working from home.
Oh
yeah,
that would definitely.
I mean, that's all of us now, but you started that way before anybody else was doing. You've been working from home for a minute, or back then.
And that made me gain the weight, got depression. Like that's when I never had anxiety until that point.
And then you're also sedentary. You went from being fit, and also you moved too. You weren't in Florida. You kind of went on your own.
And I had money too in the beginning. They were paying me so much money. It was crazy, and. Now I'm making less money, doing more work. I'm fat. Girls ain't looking at me the same. I'm not catching that eye that I used to catch before.
Yeah. So what that made you feel like?
Yeah, less. They're less than everybody. And being from fit to fat, I could see the way people look at you, the way people treat you. Even men, not even a sexual thing. Even men, when you walk in a room, they
judge you. Like, what are you doing?
No, it's just I don't even think they notice what they're doing. They're not saying, "Oh, he's fat, he's trash." I feel like it's a thing. I don't know. You walk in a room and it's just like they greet you different. Like it's hey, what's up? You could tell.
Like you're the cute chubby kid, or like they treat you like you're.
I don't know. They look at me soft.
Like
I don't know.
like your masculinity.
They don't take you as serious. Maybe in their self-conscious, they look at you like you're not committed. You're not dedicated. Maybe you don't have discipline.
You're not an alpha.
You're not alpha. No, I'm an alpha. Anyways, see that's that cockiness coming through. We're gonna edit that out. So I don't sound whack.
We were talking about back then.
See, it comes out once in a while, but yeah.
That's what I meant right there.
But since then, thank God, I lost 92 pounds in the past year.
Congratulations, amen.
Yeah, and that has changed me. I still got the fat boy mind too, so I still think I'm fat. So when I see like people like kind of a little
body dysmorphia.
Yeah, so I still see the fat boy. So when someone
does it make you feel insecure about yourself?
Yeah, I still have it. I still have a little bit of insecurities. I'm not gonna lie, and then I still have the fat boy mind, but I'm much more skinnier. So when things happen, I'm like, say, a girl checking me out or like flirting with me, I don't even notice that she's flirting with me. Really, I'm like, that's not why. I'm still, because in my mind, I'm still fat boy. So, it happened. But it was actually, believe it or not, all that journey was good for me because it made me a better person at the end of the day.
Yeah, definitely
served its purpose.
Yeah.
Went off topic,
like, went really off topic.
Yeah.
Oh, how we get here?
Well, I don't know. How did we get?
I don't know, but it's the first episode. I don't know.
It's the first episode.
Just like,
you got to work out the kinks.
We're figuring it out.
We're figuring it out as we go.
Yep.
But we're not podcasters, and
we're just three people talking.
Three people talking. Is that the podcast name?
Three people talking.
Nah, that's right.
And I keep looking at him, and I'm like, oh my God, you're going to see me like going like this.
How many minutes have we been recording?
I don't even know.
What are we looking like? We're still...
When did we start? Like my mouth's getting dry. I'm like licking my lips. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna be like this.
Can cut those out. Those little. How long?
45 minutes. Oh, I think that's good for y'all. Do you guys want more? You guys anything else? You got any points? Any?
I don't know.
Everything we're good. I think we
talking.
covered everything. Yeah. I think we're pretty good for first episode, y'all. Get used to look forward to episodes with me, Freddie on Focus.
Yep, Sunny here.
And Jennifer Lynn.
Yeah, we will be talking, giving y'all gems, bringing guests from time to time as well, doing some traveling blogs and stuff like that. We'll be doing some traveling as well.
Yes.
And I just got the system where we could be able to travel with all this stuff and give you guys some great content. We're here. Shout out to the Culture podcast, the Culture Coverage podcast. Tune in for that. That's also my other podcast.
No, don't tune in.
Oh my
no. I
jealous.
just caught that. What the hell are you doing?
They're jealous of my other podcasts.
Hey, I didn't say anything yet. That was my silent.
Jenny, like, what the hell? Jenny was just like, yeah, okay. And then I was like, caught that. I was like, no.
Shameless plug,
Are you going to be promoting us on the other podcast too?
Of course, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, if we do that, then maybe it's okay.
Yeah, man. So we're here. This feels good. This feels like a really good crew. And between me and y'all, I kind of like this. Yeah. I like the flow of us. Better than the other podcasts.
I feel like I can't wait. I cannot. I don't know about that. I wasn't here for the last one, but I feel like I love where this is going. I feel like we're gonna grow. It's gonna be a lot of good stuff that we're gonna talk about.
We're like talking.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. That means God's in the room.
He is in the
And
room.
when God's involved,
yes,
big things happen.
Amen.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes,
Always
sir.
put God first in all your plans. Because guess what? He's laughing right now. Probably like, if they only knew.
What I got planned for them, they don't even know what's about to come.
It's getting out of, for me, it's getting out of my comfort zone. Just working from home for 2 years.
Yeah.
My social life has gone to from zero.
That's all of us, girl. Yeah. After COVID, all of us. But I don't know. And I've been working from home for so long. But you know what's weird?
When I was in COVID, that's when I made the most friends.
That's when I made the most money, I would say. But as far as friends, I got weird after COVID.
No, because it makes you socially awkward. It made me. I was already kind of socially awkward, and then
so you got me out of that because I was still kind of socially. I wouldn't only hang out with people that I was used to hanging out with. But you got me out of that.
I mean,
your friends.
I have a lot of, I don't know, I always call myself socially awkward, but for some reason I always have a lot of people around me. I have a lot of friends.
But you know what's crazy? But we didn't listen to COVID, restrictions. We did what we were doing during COVID.
All of Florida.
Plus we were in Florida. We was having fun compared to New York and everywhere else.
We were on boats. We were at parties.
Everything.
That was
everything.
I don't know about you guys, but I kind of liked the shutdown in COVID time. It was kind of popping.
Fun. We had a lot of house parties and.
Trigger warning. I'm sorry for all the people that went through things in New York and stuff, but here in Florida, we ended up
getting COVID though.
Yeah, no.
DeSantis, what's his name?
DeSantis.
Oh, he's running for president. He's actually running for president. Y'all voting for him?
I will not be talking about politics right now. But
I don't want to, but the life was better with Trumpito, bro. I don't know. I'm just messing around.
It's looking tough for him right now. I'm like, damn.
There's more to it. There's more to it than just what meets the eye. But let's not get into politics. Cause I know nothing about it. I'm not gonna talk about.
Let's not make light of COVID either, because people lost people.
Yes, that's what I was thinking about.
We're just gonna edit this, so.
Yeah.
Or just delete it completely. I don't know what the hell we were talking about.
Or include it. We'll just be more genuine.
Well, this is
this is us.
This is the High Hanging Fruit podcast, or
Buen Provecho.
Buen Provecho podcast. You guys tell us what our title is going to be. You guys let us know.
Let us know.
Is your boy
Hopefully you don't pick Buen Provecho, because some of us can't say it right away.
I can't.
Buen Provecho.
Buen Provecho.
We're going to have to get a person to bring food. We have Chef Javon in the next room. He could just bring us food every week. And
okay, well, let's gain all the way back. I'm already trying to lose weight right now.
Well, it's your boy. This is Freddie on Focus.
The Sunny, but I'm definitely gonna change that.
What's your handle? What's your IG handle?
D-Sid.
We're gonna figure that. We're gonna figure that out. And Jenny?
Jennifer Lynn.
All right. This is us. This is the whatever title you guys choose podcast.
Yes, pick a nickname for me. Not Didi. Not saying. No, don't pick a name. No, never mind.
Yeah. Or pick. Oh, you don't want Dasani, or what was it?
Dasani. Well, my cousins, when I was little, used to call me Tutis, but I don't know.
Oh,
let's not call her that. It's either Didi or what you got? Didi. Or you guys come up with a nickname.
I love her last name.
Sid.
Sid.
So does Sunny decent?
I don't know, girl.
My name is Freddie Focus, but I just like to say my
Freddie,
handle, Freddie
I like
on Focus.
Freddie Focus. I like it.
So I just say Freddie on Focus, so you guys can follow me. But
Nah, just call me the Sunny.
we're here. We're excited for y'all. Hopefully you guys tune in. This is us.
Yeah.
This is our podcast. Boop, 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 boop.
All right, no, we're not doing that.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.